Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about compound independent events. And a simple event involves one independent event. Compound events include two or more simple events. There are two types of compound events. Independent events involve two or more events in which the outcome does not affect the other event. Say flipping a coin and rolling a dice. They're different objects, they don't affect each other. Dependent events involve two or more events in which the outcome of one does affect the other event. This would be like, say you have a bag of 6 marbles, 3 red and 4 blue. If I pick a marble and I keep it out of the bag, the second time I go in to grab a marble, there's no longer 6 in the bag, there's only 5. So see, the total number changes that's in the bag. Today though, I think we're going to stick with independent events. So the first item or first event does not affect the second event. So let's look at the Best Buy. Let's look at number 1. Best Buy is having an iPod giveaway. And the customers can choose an iPod without looking at the color. Inside the bag are 4 orange, 5 blue, 6 green, and 5 pink iPods. And if Maria chooses one iPod at random, and then her sister chooses one iPod at random, what's the probability that both of them could choose an orange iPod? Now we're going to assume that Maria does not keep the iPod, meaning she pulls it out, puts it back in the bag. So if Maria reaches her hand in there, how many orange iPods are there? There's 4. And there's a total of 20, so 4 out of 20. Let's say hypothetically she pulls out a pink iPod, she doesn't win, she puts the pink iPod back. What's her sister's chance of getting an orange iPod? Well, the total number in the bag didn't change. Now her sister has a 4 out of 20 chance. And you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across, you get 16 over 400, which simplifies to 1 over 25, or 25%. So, number 2, if you roll a pair of number cubes, 2 dice, what's the probability of rolling back-to-back 6s? Well, look at the first dice. How many 6s are on it? There's 1. 1 out of 6. Look at the second dice. How many 6s are on it? There's 1. 1 out of 6. Multiply straight across, you got 1 for 6. Or I'm sorry, 1 for 36. And now you can simplify that to a percentage, so it's 2.7%. You get that by dividing 1 by 36. If you roll a pair of number cubes, again, we're talking about dice, what's the probability of rolling back-to-back events? And this up here should be 2.5. There we go. Okay, now if you got a pair of number cubes, what's the probability of rolling back-to-back evens? Even numbers. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How many are even? 2, 4, and 6. So the 3 out of the 6 numbers on a dice are even numbers. We're going to do it twice. You got a 3 for 6 chance. And then the second time you have a 3 for 6 chance. Multiply straight across. That's 9 for 36. Gives you 1 over 24. Or should give you 25%. 1 divided by 4. 0.25. Move the decimal 2 places to the right. It's 25%. Now, let's see here. Number 4. If you flip a coin, what's the probability of flipping back-to-back heads? Okay. Does me flipping the coin the first time affect flipping the coin the second time? It doesn't, right? Not unless you shave the face off of a coin. It won't affect it. So, to flip the coin, the first time chance to get a heads is 1 for 2. There's 2 sides to a coin. What about the second time? 1 for 2. Multiply straight across. That's 1 equals 4, or 25%. Let's look at number 5. If you draw 2 cards from a deck, what's the probability of drawing 2 hearts back to back? Okay, first, we need a little knowledge on cards. A deck of cards has 52 cards in it. There's 4 suits: hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. Each suit has 13 cards. So that means to grab a heart on the first pull, you have 13 out of 52 chance. We're putting the card back. It's another 13 for 52 chance on the second pull. Multiply straight across. That's 169 over 2704. You can simplify to 1/16 or 6.25%. Let's look at three more. Wyatt has 4 $1 bills in his pocket and 3 $10 bills in his pocket. What's the probability he'll reach out to the wallet twice, pull out a $10 bill, assuming he replaces it the first time? Saying, hey, he reached in there, he didn't like that dollar bill, he put it back. So how many tens were there? There's 3. 3 out of what? Well, 4 plus 3 is 7. So he had a 3 out of 7 chance. He didn't like it, put it back, pulled out another one. 3 out of 7 chance. Multiply straight across. You got 9 for 49, or 18%. A bag contains 3 green and 2 purple marbles. What's the probability of drawing 2 purple marbles in a row from the bag if the first marble is replaced? Well, how many do you got? You got 3 green, 2 purple. Add them up, you got 5. So the first choice you get, or first chance you have, 2 out of 5. Remember, we're putting it back. The second time you got 2 for 5. Multiply straight across. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 5 is 25. 4 over 25 will give you 16%. When you divide the top by the bottom, 16%. And lastly, Jonah had 3 roses, 4 tulips, and a carnation. She randomly selected one flower and took a photo of it and put it back. And then she repeated the steps. What's the probability she'll select a rose both times? Now look, she picked it out, took a picture, put it back, so it's replacing. So the total doesn't change. 3 plus 4 plus 1 gives you 8. She's picking a rose. She's got a 3 out of 8 chance. She puts it back, goes to pull another one. She's got a 3 out of 8 chance. Multiply straight across. That's 9 over 64, and which can be simplified. 9 divided by 64 is 14%. Now, I know I went a little fast, but I'm just trying to keep the video short. If you need help, please let us know. We're here. We'll help you out. If not, try to review it a little bit and try your homework. Good luck, and